fun's gonna last. The XboxCast, tune in, don't be late. The XboxCast, it's gonna be great. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. Pushing buttons all day and night. Gaming with friends, it's pure delight. Chilling out with the latest hits. Join the crew for gaming bits. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. Pushing buttons all day and night. Gaming with friends, it's pure delight. Chilling out with the latest hits. Join the crew for gaming bits. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. Level up with every joke. In this cast you won't miss the poke. Ready, set, go, show some knack. With the XboxCast, there's no lag.
There's no lag, would have been better. Not lag.
Yeah.
The fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing.
There's nobody watching us. Nobody loves us.
I'm busy just tweeting about it. Come join in the swing, the XboxCast.
Become a swinger with the Xbox Cast.
Yeah.
The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing. Pushing buttons all day and night. Gaming with friends, it's pure delight. Chilling out with the latest hits. Join the crew for gaming bits. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast, where humor's the king. The XboxCast, come join in the swing.
Happy iOS 18 daily.
Oh, sorry, what? Say that again.
No, I'll tell you on the podcast.
Join the crew for gaming bits. The XboxCast, a laugh guaranteed. The XboxCast, the fun that you need. The XboxCast.
I've got a little ARC video going as well for Simone to watch.
Level up with every joke. In this cast you won't miss the poke. Ready, set, go, show some.
Is that saying you won't miss the Pope?
Joke. Poke. Poke.
Is that a threat or is that... Thus, you're not going to miss the Pope, not like last time.
See, I would have gone missed the joke.
Oh.
This is for you, Beans.
There's been there.
Beans is in the chat. Alright, I'm going to start when this finishes off this song, which is not very long.
Start attention.
This is the XboxCast.
Hello and welcome to the XboxCast's regular show. We're your hosts, Carl and Lee, and we're here to make sure everything stays regular, including you. You're our valued listener. Mr. Lee, how are you doing?
You need to change your start. If I'm honest.
No, the start is perfect. It's all about being regular. Regular
No.
to join us in our stream, regular to listen to us. Plus, everyone knows what they get with the regular show. We have no surprises here.
Okay, cool. It does.
How
It
are
does. Beans. You see, Beans. Beans knows exactly what's happening. She's on it. She's all over it. And this joke has been going for a long time now, Carl.
The best jokes are the jokes that you just repeat week in and week out. And
That's
still,
right.
because you're still a 12-year-old boy at heart.
That's like it, yes. I thought you could say because it's so funny. I was like going to say no. It was never funny. I'm okay, mate. I'm all right.
Just okay. You
Well-
just saved how much money on petrol for your bike, and
I
you're
know.
just okay.
Yeah, that was actually amazing. I filled up my bike for the first time on Sunday. I actually filled up my bike for the first time. I filled up a bike for the first time ever, which was kind of scary. Because, it makes sense that you take the key out and put the petrol in, but really, what can happen? Could the petrol go everywhere? Is there like a natural, like it clicks itself off when it's full? What? I had these questions.
I'm
That's
sure
fine.
It works just like a car. You put the nozzle in and you click it
Yeah,
up.
it
and
does.
away-
But then I was talking to my mate Jody about it, and he says he's got an old bike and it doesn't have any weight. He's actually got to watch the petrol going in, and he has to stop it because he sees it, the petrol.
Oh,
Whereas I've got little mechanisms in mine, which I just put and it clicked off on its own.
jeez.
Exactly. See, I had no
Yeah.
idea. Like, this is questions I had no answers to. It was until Sunday when I went for I actually went for a decent drive. It was like an hour and a half in the end. It's really
Very
good.
nice.
Went down some country roads, did some speed, did some corners, didn't crash.
Excellent. That's always a good job.
Yes, I thought so. Made it home again, so that was good.
Filled up the bike.
$22 it cost me to fill up the bike.
Man, that's incredible.
From at the very bottom, like it's digital, so very bottom to very top, spent $20. I was like, okay, so see how far it goes now.
Nice. And have you taken the bike to work, or are you still taking the car?
No, I'm not taking it to work. It's been really dodgy actually, the weather-wise, the last few days. So yeah,
Yeah, no. You don't
Not
want to arrive
quite.
at work a bit wet. It's not good. Not a good
no,
look.
or fall off. I just need more kind of time on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like
You put a very
Saturday.
cool-looking video in the Discord of you
Oh,
on
did
the
you
bike,
like it?
giving a cheeky wink to the camera.
A wink, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was just like, because everyone does all videos of themselves on the bike. I'm like, I have to get off my, like, do the whole timer thing on the camera to do a picture of me on the
Right.
bike.
You need to buy a tripod so you can set the tripod up and then have it film you as you like drive past and make it like a Top Gear shot.
Oh, nice. And almost drive over it almost. Isn't that what they
yeah,
do?
yeah,
Like
so
have
that it shakes a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. As I'm doing like 10Ks.
The only thing that I was disappointed in is your lack of white leathers.
No, that's I've got two sets. I've got white and black. And that was a black
Okay.
leather day. And I have white leather days on Saturday. And Sundays is black leather day. So I've alternate them. That's what it is.
All right, so the next video you need to send is going to be a Saturday.
A Saturday one, white leathers, the white hats. I got
And
the
the
white
tassels?
horns. I got the white horns as well, innit? Yeah, and the white tassels on my arm. Yep. Yeah. Of course. Obviously. Because that's what looks
As
silly.
camp over the neighborhood kids.
I don't want to look silly else.
Yeah, no. You want to be taken seriously as a bike
Exactly.
rider.
Exactly. I can't wait to get the white sticker set for my bike.
Oh, yeah.
I can have a white bike, white leathers, white helmet.
Oh, man.
I know. It'll be a
That'd be
vision.
fantastic.
It'll be a vision. That's what it will be.
I'm
All
trying to
about
think of a good
safety.
name.
Sorry?
I'm trying to think of a good name for it, but I don't know. I think it's peaked at the white leathers. You
It's just
can't-
white leathers. It doesn't need a name. It just is what it is.
it is the best.
It's the best. I'll get a video. I'll work out how to do a video of me driving past in white. I think that'll be quite a look, I think.
Oh, for sure. Don't use AI.
Oh, yes. So yeah, I went on my bike for like an hour and a half, did like about 50Ks, probably 60Ks. So it was a decent
nice.
ride. Yeah, a decent drive.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah,
Man. Does it feel free to be driving on the bike?
It's kind of crazy, actually. Yeah. Especially when you get some speed up, it does feel completely different to anything else that you do. Yeah, because you kind of there's nothing around you.
Yes, there's no windows
literally-
to roll up.
No, there's literally nothing there. It's just you and the road.
Yep.
Yep. and the road always wins. Like
Somehow the road always wins. I don't know why.
It doesn't go anywhere, and when you hit it really hard, it doesn't move. It just stays there. Yeah, and I found out how to get down because it was a little bit cold, and I discovered that going down low, like a racing thing, was actually nice. It's actually nice down there because you get out of the wind, and it's kind of nice. But I was on quite a windy road, so I could only do it for a little bit. And I was like, okay, that's actually just practicing, going up to 100 k's, going down. Okay, cool, this was okay.
This feels good.
Yeah.
The little screen doing its thing.
Yep, windscreen doing down. My blind, because it was a bit sunny, I had the visor inside my helmet as well, which was kind of cool. That was kind of cool as well. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I had cold legs though, weirdly. I did. Top of my legs were really cold. When I got back in, when I finished riding, I got these jeans that are like proper like Kevlar jeans. Got back in, my tops of my legs were really cold. I was like, that's really weird.
Yeah. You have to start wearing some skins.
Well, my mate said he's got a set of merino wool long johns almost he wears when it's cold. He wears underneath, and that keeps his legs warm. I was like, oh no, okay, so that's something else that is good.
You know what's great about a car is you get in it. Like that's it.
It's so good, isn't it? It's 4 wheels and doesn't fall over.
Yeah, you get in it and you're warm.
Yeah, no leather. No leather pants, Beans. It's too cold. Too expensive leather pants. They're really expensive. And I'm too new to be buying expensive gear. Let me just get used to doing it. And
yeah,
no, leathers are expensive, but then they don't.
Then you can get the leather pants.
Exactly. Yes.
And then it's a short hop, skip, and a jump for you to get the assless chaps.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, what do you think? I haven't got them already.
Oh, is that your white uniform?
The problem is I stick to the seat though because it's a leather seat.
Because you're still nervous? Or is that...
Exactly. Exactly, yes. So, yeah. But it was good. I actually got, like, the whole bike changing gear and stuff is now getting way better. And interestingly, the higher you rev, the easier it is to change gears, weirdly. So, yeah, once you get up to, like, 5,000-6,000 revs, it's real easy to change gears up and down. Like, it's way quicker.
So, you're telling me that the guys that drive past on their bikes, obnoxiously loud, high revs, are doing it for a purpose and not because they think they're cool?
I was zooming along, getting up to like 80 k's, change of sixth, and it's so smooth. It's insane how smooth it is to go from like third, fourth, fifth, sixth is really nice if you're actually going for it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because low gears, I think it's just a little bit fiddlier. It's almost like it's a bit more jumpier at low gears or low revs.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Man, we're learning so much about how bikes work on this podcast.
I'm like 6 weeks in, mate. It's all new to me.
Every week's a new thing.
Every week it's like, oh, I filled up my bike. I went over 60 k's. That's amazing. I think I did 70 k's max last. Now I've gone up to 100. So that's kind of crazy.
So now you got to start breaking the law.
What? No, I don't do that.
Well, allegedly.
I do not. That is not what I do. I'm very good at my whites. And in white leathers, mate, you get spotted. You got to be careful.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true. But if they see you in your white leathers, do they think that you're just a cop, or someone who's a cop adjacent?
I don't know why. Because cops wear white leathers. Do you think?
Well, I don't know. No one on white leathers is going to be breaking the law.
Exactly.
Everyone breaks into a bank wearing either black or red,
I got you.
So if you're wearing white, you're clearly like on
Do you
the
also
right
think
side.
if I go fast enough, no one will see me because I'm in white? I'll be like a blur.
Yeah. You'll be traveling at the speed of light.
Speed of white. Speed of
Yeah, the
white.
speed of white.
Beat you to it. Only because you're laughing. So yeah, that was my Sunday. It was me mucking around on a bike. It was good. Much fun. Is that the name of the podcast now? Is that the podcast episode?
That is the name of the podcast. Traveling at the speed of white. No cops will catch you because they'd be like, he's wearing white. Of course he's, being sensible.
And so it would be ridiculous to wear that sort of bright colours and break the law. No one would ever do that.
No one's broken into a bank wearing white leather.
It's the tassels as well. It confuses them.
Yeah, no, they don't know which direction you're going because the tassels.
It's like a blur. It's like messes up all the video cameras though because it moves so fast. Like they can't take you. Like they can't see anything because the video camera get messed up.
Yeah.
The resolution's not high enough for it to pick up them.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's right.
They can't tell where you begin and the bike ends.
That's right. Just a white, a pure white blur. Okay, let's move on. How are you, Kyle?
I'm good, thank you.
Should we do a podcast about Xbox stuff?
Yeah, let's do a podcast about Xbox stuff.
Okay, that's why we're here. That's why everyone's here to listen to us, including Beans is in the chat. She's not doing her voiceover yet. I wanted a voiceover of a story, please, Beans. Beans? Beans?
Beans?
Beans.
Beans. We need to do stories, Beans.
Come on, Beans. Beans books.
Beans books.
I don't know, a story about games you've been playing. You threatened to do one a few weeks ago.
Yes. You did threaten. But what have you been playing, Mr.
She
Lee?
seems to have forgotten. I have been playing a different game.
Oh, what? No, I don't believe you.
I did. If you look at my tag and show achievements, you'll see I have achievements in a game, which is not Diablo.
Oh, no. Nope. I don't
Nope.
know. What
Nope.
game is this?
Nope. This game is called Mafia.
Oh, and how is it?
It's really good. I really like the way they've done this game. Like it's very good. It's almost like a TV show. If that makes sense.
Ooh,
So
okay.
because each chapter is like 15, 20 minutes.
Ooh,
And you go
okay,
in there
that's
and
good.
it's a thing that you do for that chapter.
Oh, nice. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
I
It's
liked
some-
it a
it's
lot,
Easy,
yeah.
easy to get into, easy to know when it's gonna you're gonna have a break. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I was just curious how much time I put into it actually, because I put in Sunday or Saturday. Must have been what day? Or Sunday. On Sunday, I put some time into it. It's 2 hours 45 minutes I put into it.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was literally just one session. I just sat there and just kept going. Because you're just doing a story which only takes like 15 minutes. You do that story and then it finishes. And then it goes straight into another cutscene, lots of talking, another story, and then it just continues all the way through it. Very pretty game.
How does it work on the Xbox? Is it all good?
Yeah, no issues at all. The shooting's a bit weird, but I think that's just kind of like it's like a GTA shooting almost. It's
okay. Yep.
fine, and in the end I actually worked out how to shoot people, one-shot people in the head.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because I ran out of bullet. I ran down to like last 6 bullets. I was like, oh, this is not going well. Because all I was doing was leaning over usually go into a hide, and you lean it on shooting randomly. I was like, I need to stop doing this because this is not going well with my bullets. So then I stood up and just watched. The guy popped his head off, I went pop, and then banged his head off. I was like, that's how you do it. Yeah, and then I just one-shot everybody after that because they shoot you, but they don't. They do damage to you, but you're kind of fine. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're not very good shots. The AI is not very good shots. I'm playing on like medium difficulty, but it's not that
Oh,
hard.
pretty good.
Yeah. So you are a random taxi driver who happens to get picked up by on gunpoint by the mafia as they're running away from somebody, or maybe the police. I think the police. And you end up driving away and saving them by doing some driving in the car, so that was kind of cool. And then they're like, oh, thanks for that. Here's some money. If you ever need anything, come and see us. Like a loan or a
free.
job or anything like that. I was like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. And then he goes home and goes, this is enough money because his car got beaten up to buy another car. That's how much money they've given me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a very good way to get people into the mafia.
You think so? And then it would kind of like, it went along. This is a whole like cutscene at the beginning. So you kind of do cutscene, talking, racing taxi driver away from the cops, cutscene, talking, and then you do you actually literally do some taxi work. That's one of the first missions, and go and pick up 3 people. There's conversations going on. I was like, okay, this is, and then obviously it goes wrong, and you end up going back to the mafia guys, so you get chased by somebody, and that's how you get into being in the mafia. That's like the first story basically. That's the opening chapter.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how it's done. You kind of go a cutscene, some action, cutscene, action, end of chapter. That's kind of like yeah, it's cool. You do motor racing as well, which is fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which is the whole thing because you end up like stealing the opposition's motor car and it's like a racing car. And it's really fast and it's kind of crazy because you're kind of zooming along and it's one of those old school kind of 1930s racing cars, like the old Lotuses and stuff like that. It's one of those. And then they mess it up and then give it back to you to drive back and it's broken and the engine keeps overheating and you've got to avoid the cops. So you're driving along, the engine's about to overheat, you've got to like cut the power and it's just, there's a whole thing getting back. And there's a time limit to get back to house on the morning. Yeah, so that's the sort of thing you're doing. And running around and storming the places and beating people up and shooting some people and fighting some people, protecting a woman, all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun, cool game.
Nice, good action.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. And each mission's slightly different. You're not just going around beating people up. There's always something different going on, which is nice. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic because this game looks incredible.
It does. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's a really good looking game. They've done a real nice job. Really good sound as well. Good music to it. That kind of Italian mafia kind of soprano sort of style music to it. Like it's, and they all hang out in a bar and there's the Dom and, all that sort of stuff. Don Solari, whatever his name is.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
It's so typical. It's so classic.
That's tropes for a reason, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And the actual story begins with you telling the story, you meeting an undercover cop. Is he undercover? I think he's not undercover. I think you're meeting a cop in a calf. And basically what you're doing is you're telling your life story of what's happened. I think you're trying to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what the first scene is. You sat in a calf talking to a cop going, this is what's happened. This is how I got myself in the situation. And then you tell the story and it does flashbacks to... And that's how it does it in stories, because it flashes back to certain points in time.
I like that trope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's really well done.
It works so well, especially in games, to like start you at the beginning, at the end. You begin at the end and like do the flashbacks to kind of how did you get to the end.
And it means that you're not sat there doing like an open world thing of walking around, waiting for a job, that sort of stuff, because it's just constant. Like it's just a steady flow of stuff happening.
Yeah, because when you're telling people your life story, you skip the boring bits. Like,
you do. You don't say, I was sat drinking a beer waiting for a job to come in, or I had to go and pick up 10 people on a taxi or something. Like it's, there's always a point to stuff that's happening.
I was like, I woke up, it was a Thursday. It was a very Thursday, so...
That's right, yeah. Had a shower, brought a newspaper, had a coffee, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, ate my OTs for breakfast.
Yep. It's good. I recommend playing it if you want something. I reckon, how much have I done of it? I've done like, how many missions have I got left to do?
We've done almost 3 hours by True Achievements standards.
Yeah.
It says it only takes 20 to 25 hours to complete too.
If you look at I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 missions. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to go. So 22 missions. Okay. So 6 hours. I don't know how long the other ones. Obviously, going to get harder as they go along into it. Maybe 6 hours for the story, and then lots of something tidy up stuff. And the tidy up stuff's not like lockpick 5 cars and reach 50 miles an hour in this stupid little car and perform a wheelie for 3 seconds. Lose the cops after a criminal 5-star police chase. Resist arrest at the Lost Haven Police Department. Pay a fine at the Lost Haven. Yeah, so yeah. There's a whole bunch of little things like that. None of it looks like difficult. There's a bunch of pickup stuff. These gangster monthlies, which are like magazines that you find. And I think there's one in every mission, as far as I can work out. Or maybe one in every area that you go into. You might go to 2 different areas in a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I keep finding them. But you can chapter select anyway, so...
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can always go back if you mess it up. Yeah. It's cool. It's really well done. And 20 hours is a good length for a game, actually. Like, it's not too long.
It's especially a game like that. It's perfect. Because you tell a really, like, tight story, lots of interesting characters, lots of good action, and you get out. And you don't overstay your welcome. You're not an open world game. You've got to go pick up 20 squirrels and wrangle 40 cats, none of that nonsense.
And chapter select. We like chapter select.
Yeah, so if you miss an achievement, you can always go back once you finish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure. Would recommend.
Cool. Okay. Very good.
Yes. Look at me go. See that?
Yeah. I am impressed.
Also played Diablo as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not.
My character's really powerful now. It's kind of cool. He's not uber powerful, but he's up getting there. He's very close.
Cool.
I'm taking out uber bosses, tormented bosses. I'm taking those guys out on my own. And waiting for one drop, which is this ring. If I get this ring from this one boss, my build will basically be finished.
Oh wow, okay.
And then I'll just have resources for Africa, and I'll be able to actually take on Lilith, I think. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I've only got, what, 2 weeks till 3 weeks maybe, until October.
Interesting. And you don't think you're going to get it?
I've done the same boss maybe a dozen times.
And
just
he's
not dropping it, not dropping this ring. I know someone else dropped who doesn't need it, dropped the ring for them. So that was cool. And I paid for the boss. Actually, no, they give me 1 egg. You need 6, and I paid for the rest of it. So he gave me 1 egg, got rid of the boss, and got the drop. And you can't do shares for ancestrals, so that's cool. So I was really happy. Really happy.
Oh, incredible.
So yeah, what have you been playing?
Apart from some Diablo every now and again, I've gotten back into Persona 5. Yes, I had a hankering to play it, and I thought, actually, if I play an hour a day until Terratober, then that should get me pretty far in the game.
Will it? How big's the game? I feel like it's quite a long game.
It's a JRPG. It's like 100 hours or something.
That's what I thought.
1 hour.
I think Matt did it in like 4 days though. So come on.
Yeah, but Matt doesn't sleep or work.
Yeah.
Minor problem. So yes, it's very cool. It's such a good game. I'm really enjoying it. Everything about it is bonkers, off the wall crazy, and it's just really satisfying. It's just a really good JRPG. There's not much more to say about it. I believe it's still on Game Pass, but one thing I have noticed is if you've bought a game that is on Game Pass, it drops the Game Pass tag in your library.
Oh, okay.
Beforehand, if you bought a game, like if you bought Persona 5 and it's still on Game Pass, it would still have the Game Pass tag on it in your library. But now, if you've purchased the game and it's not from Game Pass, it's dropped that tag, which is very interesting.
Do you think that some games are slightly different on Game Pass than they are on purchased? Like different versions of them, so that's why?
I don't think so. I think the only difference is really PC or Xbox versions. Like when Final Fantasy 15 came to Windows, suddenly in the background, all the achievements you unlocked on Xbox was for Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition.
Oh, yes, that's right.
They mucked up something in the background by making it play anywhere and just like overwrote the name. It's very strange.
How Microsoft.
Yeah.
How very Microsoft. Oh, so just like Neil Master did it in 2 weeks. 108 hours in 2 weeks he did to complete it.
Oh, word.
Yep.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, 55 hours a week.
Let's have a look.
Under pressure.
Under pressure. Oh, my word. So, when you talk to the AI, you need to just say to it, no yappening, and it just gives you the answer. So that is 7.7 hours a day.
Yeah, I reckon that's about right. He would get home from work. Well, he works from home, so he would sit down at 6 o'clock and play until 2 in the morning or something, probably.
It's a professional job playing that game.
It is. It is if you want to do it in 2 weeks.
Oh, wait, that's crazy.
Consider you started in November 22 and you've done 11 hours.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
And so I've forgotten where I was, so I restarted it. But
of course you have.
Because I know what I'm doing, I've actually gotten a lot further than I have in the 2 hours I've managed to play, or 3 hours I've managed to play of it.
Okay.
Than I did previously.
What's interesting though is it's a 1.6. It's a 1600 TA on it. So it's a really easy game to complete.
Yeah, it's just long. That's all it is.
It's just long, yeah. But only 13% of people complete it, which is actually quite high for a 100-hour game. That's actually a decent amount, isn't it? 10,000 people completed it.
Yeah, a decent amount of people got stuck in and really enjoyed it.
I've never played any of these games. My problem with JRPG is normally the bosses are a bit of a pain in the backside.
Yeah, but the nice thing about this game is that the difficulty can be changed at any time without any penalties.
Oh, just play on story mode, you mean?
You can just play on story mode if you want.
That sounds good.
So you can set it to auto. So when they're talking to each other and you're doing the life sim stuff, it just automatically plays. and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
can set it to story mode. And so basically, you're just there for the fights.
Okay. Would you recommend doing that, or would you actually say involved in the story? Can you make mistakes as in the story mode and then not get stuff or annoy people or whatever?
Yes, it's a JRPG. So in the
Yes.
real in the game, it's split into two things. You like it's got a life sim part of it where you go to school as a high school student and have to stay out of trouble and do exams and tests, and then make friends and spend time with friends. And then the other part is where you're in the dream world where you're fighting the bosses and all of that with your powers. So in the real world, every so often because you're at school, you have to do quizzes and tests. At the end of every semester, you do tests. The tests test you on what the quizzes quizzed you on. So you should be paying attention during the quizzes.
Oh.
If you don't answer all the questions right for the quizzes or the tests, you don't ever max out your knowledge skill. And if you don't max out your knowledge skill, it stops you from bonding with your friends. And if you bond with your friends, then you become more powerful in the dream world because you unlock special abilities with your friends. So, and if you don't spend enough time with your friends, you don't bond with them as well. So it's a balance of, do I study for this test coming up, or do I go hang out with my friend and we go fishing?
It's just like real life.
You can only do one thing a day in the game. And time passes. So each time you go to bed, a day passes, and it's like a clock ticking down.
Ah.
So
Can
yeah,
can you find all the answers online so you can just go hang out with your mates the whole time? Like cheat, basically.
yes, basically. But you also need to study to get certain abilities up in the
Okay.
so you do have to balance it a bit.
Yep.
It's a game where I would suggest almost having a walkthrough with you that you just sneakily glance at every so often, but not enough to give you spoilers.
Well, that's how I use Diablo. I kind of go, what do I need for this build? What's my kind of important stuff to get for it? And then I just get into it and look for that sort of stuff. Like have it.
Yeah. But this one, I'd be like, I'm in this section, and just if there's a blurb of like a quick scan of what you need to accomplish in this section without spoilers, do that rather than the go here, pick up this, talk to this person.
Yeah, no, they're a nightmare because you always lose your place. I get sick of reading after a while.
Yeah, those are nonsense. Yeah. So don't do a walkthrough for this game unless it's a nice quick.
Does it require a few playthroughs, or can you do it in one hit, do you reckon?
I think you can do it in one hit, but if you want to max out your character, I've heard you have to do a New Game Plus at least once.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But apparently the New Game Plus is very, very good because you start off maxed out with all your abilities, and you're just you're just going from like level 9 to level 10 in a way.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's a whole lot quicker. You got everything down pat. You know what the enemy's weaknesses are already, but it's very cool. I highly suggest everyone play this game. It's so stylish. It's so stylish.
It's just like an anime, isn't it? Like watching an anime.
Yeah, and it flicks between anime and the in-game graphics, and they're all very stylized the same. Very cool. I'm a fan. I'm so hyped for their new one, Metaphor Refantasio. Is it coming this year? That looks fantastic because it's got the same kind of style to it. With the same guys, so you know that the story is going to be bonkers off the wall, and you know exactly the type of combat you're getting. But man, it's going to look amazing.
Do you think they're going to be in school still? Wasn't there talk of them not being in school? Because every single one's been in school, haven't you, in this?
Yeah, you've always been playing a high school student, whereas the new one, I believe you're not a high school student.
That's what I heard.
Because it's more of a fantasy game, so you're playing in a fantasy setting, fantasy world. Going to a fantasy high school.
Exactly.
Where everyone says these and thous.
And thee and thou, amazing. Yes. Cool. Okay. Well, that's something different. Look at us playing different games.
I know. I'm impressed. And for Terratoba, Lee, what are you going to be playing?
That's a good question. There was something I was going to play. It had monsters in it.
Monster Hunter World?
No. Not unless I get carried.
Well, Emily's carrying us, so
okay. Maybe.
I think if she joins us, we can be carried, and it would look very cool.
I played it already. I just found it a bit kind of, I don't know, boring after a while because you just do the same thing over and over again. I didn't get the excitement out of it. I got sick of it after a while. That was the only problem.
Until you see screenshots of me with my amazing armor, you're going to be like, I'm getting a bit of FOMO.
You know, there's a problem on the in this first week of Diablo.
There's the first week of Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called October.
Yeah, exactly. I was so tempted by Warhammer 2 though, because there's monsters.
Oh my word! I'm watching that Space Marine 2 as well, and I'm just going, come on, special. Just give me an excuse.
I keep looking. I did find it for like $70, but I wasn't sure if this website was, it's one of those key websites. I was like, is it proper? And then because I got Noel to look into it, who's kind of does that sort of stuff, and he was the same opinion as me. He says it doesn't look dodgy, but it doesn't look. It looks legit, but I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It's weird. You look at the website, you go, all looks completely fine. There's no one complaining about it. No one says they've been ripped off. It's fake. But then no one's in there saying it's amazing. So I'm just so confused.
Well, yeah, you want to just make sure you're not going to get scammed.
Yeah, you don't want to give someone $70 and go, haha.
Yeah, and then you have your Xbox account banned.
Yeah, there is that, yes. But that I've seen it for like 90. The problem is I've paid $160 for Diablo, so I kind of feel like I've paid some money for a game this last few months ago.
Yes, so you do have Diablo coming up, and you can't exactly buy a new game and then just spend all month ignoring new game and playing Diablo.
Yeah, we'll just play it for a week and stop playing it. Yes. So I don't know, monsters-wise. Maybe I should go back to my backlog at pack catalogue and see what I've been playing.
Yeah, maybe finish Alien Resurrection. Or what? Alien Isolation, that's the one.
Resurrection. That's that really bad movie. That's like number 4, wasn't it?
It's not really bad. It's very good.
Oh, guess what I'm doing this week? Possibly tomorrow.
Oh, things.
Watch the Alien movie again.
Oh, brilliant.
With a guy who's gutted he didn't see it the first time round.
Oh, man.
So he's like, I want to go and see it. I was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. So
Nice. That's
Yep.
going to be great. You're going to pick up on so many different Easter eggs this
yeah, I
time.
hope so. Yeah. I can sit back a little bit and not be like, what's going to happen? Just sit back and actually watch it a bit
And just enjoy it, yes.
and just enjoy it. Yeah, for sure.
Man,
Yes.
very cool.
So,
Right.
should we do news?
Yes, let's do some
Ready?
news.
We need some help, listeners, as well. We want to find a way to replace OneNote. Carl's really excited about using open source something. So if anyone's got any ideas,
Yeah, you know me and open source. I'm a complete fan of it. Give me that open source direction to my veins.
I've got so much rubbish running on my servers because of open source stuff. So yeah. Charts.
Yes.
I feel like
what's happening in the
I feel like I need a bumper or something. You know.
Yes, we do need a bumper.
Yeah,
And now
bumper.
the charts.
And now the charts. Yes. So this week on Xbox, watch out, Barney. Xbox games, popular games this week. Space Marine 2 storms into the top 10. It says as a headline.
Oh,
which is
fantastic. Good
Awesome.
job.
I checked. The first thing I checked was it's 14 hours ago, so it's actually correct.
Oh, nice.
You're not
Good
going
man.
to catch me out again. Of course, COD, Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox. Excitingly, has jumped to place to 4th.
Oh, hold me back.
Smashing EA Sports FC 24 down one place. That was probably more exciting. So Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is up from 35 to 9th. So that must have been pre-order last week.
Yeah, it was pre-order.
And
Now,
then
officially
full release. So 9th is awesome.
Jeez, that's
so
a
good.
fantastic debut.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Knocking down, what is it? Forza's gone a few places because it's a weird hide and seek came out this week, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
New
The
entry.
interesting thing about Space Marine, just to interject,
Yes.
is that it is the most popular Warhammer game.
Just steal
ever
my
released.
stories. Just go on, just jump all over my stories. That's fine.
Oh, what? Do you have a story about that?
I have a story about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
We'll
I
just
tried to have a look to see if it was there, and I didn't see it. So I was like, oh.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's there. If you have a look, you'll see it there. It's one of the stories. I would look now, but the listeners will see all the stories, and they'll get all the surprise taken out of the podcast.
Right. Well, I don't see it in your saves, so maybe you're lying.
Oh, really? I'm surprised. I'm now gonna have a look. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't see it there.
Yeah, it's right there in the like third, third line up in the middle.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Thanks.
Sorry, I was just scanning the headlines and it said former ID Software, and I was like, oh yeah, that's about Doom.
It was actually. So new entry, which is quite a surprise, of Riders Republic, which has never
Ah.
been in the charts before,
Interesting.
and it's been out for how many years? That game?
Yeah, since 21 at least.
Yeah, and I thought it was a really popular game.
Yeah, it's if you jump on now, there's still heaps of people running
There's
around.
masses of people up here now because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Fantastic
good to
game.
jump in. Yeah, it's real fun. Yeah, real fun game. I had a lot of fun jumping around that game.
Yeah, it's a great game. The only problem I have with it is that the achievements are like 16 and 32 and 64 points. Oh my word.
Wait a minute, what are my achievements at? So I'm going to check just to annoy you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's not going to tell me. My achievements are at what? 421317. That's my. Oh no, that's not TA. No, 300,949. That's my achievements. TA achievement. What do you call it? Game score. That's a good
yeah.
number. That's a good solid number. 949 at the end.
Oh yeah, 351 at the end. Ugh.
Diablo's gone a couple places down. Halo Infinite's hanging in there at 19, which is exciting.
Nice.
Not really. Expeditions, a mud runner game, is up from 39 to 16.
Oh, that's
Which
pretty
is
good.
Weird. Or maybe it was like it kind of crept out on the same day on the last week.
Didn't
So
it come to Game Pass as well?
It came to Game Pass. It must have been last week, right at the end, of, like just crossover of charts and coming out or something. So that's really good. Like Riders Republic numbers will be high as well, and that's quite good. It's also a
Man,
new
that's a
entry.
very good sign for more games coming onto Game Pass.
I
eh?
know. Come on, guys, bring out some games. Still waiting for some Activision games to come on Game Pass,
Yes, come on, man.
other than Diablo, because that's the older it's come out. What we got here? Halo's gone up a few places. Starfield's gone down a place. Star Wars Outlaws is dropping off. Not very. People are not happy about that game. Oh, Mafia DE is there at 30, which is interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, I suppose that came out a few weeks ago on Game Pass, didn't it? PUBG. I was talking to someone who's playing PUBG still. That's what I want to know. It's at 31 now.
Remember when PUBG was all the rage?
Well, it was
like,
the thing, wasn't it? It was pre-Fortnite.
biggest- Yeah, it was the biggest game ever, and now look at it. It's just slowly dropping out the charts.
It's almost as bad as just a little bit worse than Starfield, which is kind of interesting. Space Trucker, that kind of interesting looking game that came out last week, is at 32 now from 15. COD Black Ops 3 is there. Motorsport, Forza Motorsport is around at 34. And Fall Guys is a new entry at 37. And then, because Simone started playing it again, Microsoft Solitaire Collection is back in at 40.
Nice.
I was playing Simone. I'm sure it's her fault. Keeps coming back to that game. It's charts.
Cool.
Much chartage. We should actually do the story of dropped in right at the end next, which is Microsoft laying off a bunch of people.
Yes. So let's start off on a downer,
Yep.
and it can only go up.
Exactly. Let's just start. Because, Microsoft are doing such good work at the moment, they've decided to lay off 650 people. Phil confirms. It does say, laying off from its gaming division to organise our business for long-term success. Because they're not making enough money? I don't know.
It's interesting because if you have a look, most of these people that they're laying off are from Activision Blizzard, and they're double ups. So they're mostly
corporate and support functions. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
corporate teams. So the interesting thing is that some of the media and the marketing people are being let go as well. And I think Microsoft needs as much marketing as possible at the moment.
No, Microsoft doesn't like spending money on marketing. We know that.
That's so stupid.
You wait for GTA 6 to come on PlayStation, mate. That'd be the thing. Yeah, there's not much to say. They're just laying off people again.
Yep.
Well, actually, we should actually link into this because it was quite interesting, and I think it's because of all the layoffs and messing around. The Annapurna story is quite interesting. Did you see that?
Yes.
All Annapurna Interactive guys have resigned. Like, not
Yeah.
just Yeah. So this is off Game Development. It's actually quite a good article because it explains what happened. So Annapurna Interactive leadership reshuffle last week didn't just see publisher heads Nathan, Gary, Deborah Mars, and Nathan Vella resign from the company. All employees of a publisher resigned too. So that reshuffle obviously annoyed everybody.
Yep.
Apparently, it's because of a failed bid by Gary and his colleagues to spin the publisher out as an independent company. So something happened in the boardroom. The only person left is, who's left over? Only remaining guy is called Hector Sanchez, new president, who helped launch the publisher in 2016 and rejoined the company after a stint at Epic Games, which is kind of interesting. So he went off, started the company, went off to work for Epic, came back and went, right, I'm going to take over now. And everyone went, nope.
See you later.
We're out. Yeah, that's crazy. It's just utterly mad. So these guys here, Interactive, responsible for publishing a string of game industry critical commercial hits like Stray, Outer Wilds, and Storyteller. I don't know Storyteller, but yeah, Outer Wilds is awesome. Stray's a cat.
Straight cat.
The exit leaves partners like Ivy Road and Blendo Games and Mobus Digital without any point of contact. Could lead to chaos. Yes, I think it will do as well. So very interesting, because Annapurna does knock out some really good games.
Yeah, Annapurna was at the stage where if their name is on a game, you add it to your wish list or you buy it.
They just announced. I don't. So what's interesting? So there's another story here which kind of links it a little bit, which is the one about Control Do not being affected. Because obviously they were talking last week. I keep hitting the wrong button, which is bad. We don't remember last week we were talking about doing TV. They were doing TV stories, TV spin-offs. So Control 2 isn't affected by a collapse of Annapurna Interactive because it's signed by the other Annapurna.
Interesting.
I know. I'm so confused. So it seems that there's a Annapurna Pictures, which is not Annapurna Interactive, and they're the guys that signed the deal with Remedy to do Control 2 and to adapt Control and Alan Wake for film and television.
Yeah, I was wondering how Annapurna, the game publisher and game maker company, was going to get into movies and TV. Seemed a bit strange.
Annapurna Pictures. They spin off to Annapurna Pictures, I reckon.
Yeah, interesting.
The entire staff quit early this week. The recent deal is its parent company. Yeah, so Annapurna Interactive is the parent company of Annapurna Pictures. Oh my word. Not confusing.
Yeah, so
at all.
confusing, isn't it?
So confusing, exactly. So all this new stuff they're doing is going to happen still, but I guess it's going to affect their normal gaming that's coming out. Looking at this, those little games that they keep bringing out all the time. There's kind of cool little story games that they bring out all the time.
Yeah,
I guess all that's going to dry up.
For sure, something's got to drop. Because what if it doesn't? What were those people doing?
Well, yeah, no, I think they did obviously Stray and Outer Wilds, which are the smaller games. Although Outer Wilds is actually a massive game, though, saying that, isn't it? Outer Wilds is that little the time loop one, isn't it? That's
yeah,
right.
The time loop, the very, very confusing time loop.
Very confusing. Yes, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with all the guys that actually, like Ivy Road guys and all those Blender Games. What happens with the partners?
Yeah, very.
Do you think they'll roll out and start up another company?
Maybe. Annapurna.
Bannerpurna, just slightly one letter off in the alphabet.
Maybe they just need to do like Hashpurna so that it's above A.
Yeah, I don't know. It all seems to be linked, I think, to all this kind of crazy at the moment. There's lots of, I don't know if there's money going around and people want it, or not enough money going around, people are getting kind of panicky.
Very strange. It's a very strange industry at the moment, isn't it?
We've got another one here which is completely linked to it as well. Let's continue on this trek of crazy. Investors urge Ubisoft to go private as share prices continue to plummet. I don't know what the share price is at now, but at the time they were at $13, which is over 50% since last year.
50% down.
Down. Yes, down. I'm going to look and see what the share prices are now.
Yeah, dropped
11.
by another
It's euros.
7% over the course of the day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No one is happy with the Star Wars game.
Yep.
Following a middling launch of Star Wars Outlaws, underperforming X-Defiant. X Defiant 2 is coming out, isn't it?
Is it? Oh my word!
I thought it was. I'm sure they're talking about X. I'm sure I saw a headline for X-Defiant 2 somewhere.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I saw that. I saw that in the game. Okay, no. So X-Defiant is not doing that well. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say, but we always say this, don't we? Ubisoft all over the game. Because they come up with this really cool idea, and then they go, right, and they have to go and climb a tower and jump into some hay, and then go to all these 20 or 30 points.
Yeah, we're going to turn the game into a to-do list that you're never going to get done.
Yep.
Because you're just going to get over it and bored and tired and move on
Play
to
something
something
with
else.
an actual story, yeah.
Yeah.
So would they do that, though? So what? Mismanaged shareholders, hostages of the... So they reckon here, the main reason the value is so low compared to peers is that Ubisoft's current state is mismanaged and shareholders are hostages of Guillemot family members and Tencent, who take advantage of them. Yeah, because it's family-owned, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's shareholders owned, but family run, I guess. Management is focused on pleasing investors and beating quarterly results, not focusing on long-term strategy to provide exceptional experience for gamers. Oh, that sounds like Warner Brothers as well. Oh, what? Someone's going to sell Warner Brothers too. Yeah, kind of interesting. And obviously AC Shadows is coming out in November too.
Yeah, with the Japanese government having launched an investigation into that game.
Of course they have.
But if you read about AC Shadows and what they've done, they've put a Chinese flag in the game. They've got the vegetation and the seasons messed up. They've added things from different eras in Japan, the feudal Japan. They've gotten they've gotten a sword from One Piece, the anime One Piece, and they've put it in the game, and they refer to it as a historical sword of the samurai Yasuke.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the guy that they were using for their history and what were they doing? Like all their backup for the reason that they were putting this big black dude in a Japanese fighting game was he published a book about him and basically created shadow accounts on Wikipedia to vote his Wikipedia article up so that it became, Wikipedia
it was true
verified or something, certified. Yep. And that was their cultural reference person on AC Shadows, who got everything wrong. And so the Japanese government are now looking at Ubisoft. I think they weren't taking them to court, but they were looking at fining them for misrepresenting Japanese history. You know how bad you have to muck up to piss off the Japanese.
True. They're such a friendly, polite bunch, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and they just quietly go about their own way. They just whatever, and then to cause that and to actually get the government riled up enough to be like, listen, guys, we're going to give you a stern talking to. They must be so annoyed.
But yeah. So will Microsoft buy them?
I don't think they can, because Microsoft signed that deal about Ubisoft owning the streaming rights to Activision Blizzard games on the cloud in order to appease the CMA.
True. Okay.
So I also think that in that deal was that they're not allowed for Microsoft to buy them for the next 10 years or something.
Nice. Can they spin off Ubisoft Paris, wasn't it, or something? Can they spin them off as a separate company and buy the rest or something?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe Microsoft doesn't buy them, but just invests in them to 60%.
That's right.
And then, oh, look, we haven't bought them. We're just a controller.
Like Open GPT. Yes. We'll just put a silent member on the board, maybe.
Yeah, silent member who just happens to control about 60%.
Apple has a silent member on the board as well on ChatGPT.
They were, and then Microsoft also pulled their guy off.
They did pull him out in the end. I did wonder, because wasn't someone going to investigate them? Weren't they being investigated for being dodgy at some point? So they went, oh, okay, we'll stop that then.
The EU decided to stick its nose into American business again. And it's like, hey, listen here, American businesses can't have American businesses back anymore. That's just naughty.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys need to stop it.
Yeah. It's funny.
And it annoys me so much. The EU should have some say with some things, but telling American companies what they can do with other American companies, like, guys, where do you get off on that? It's just nonsense.
It's fun. It's because they want to rule the world. It's like the Americans want to rule the world, the Germans want to rule the world. It's just what it is. Like,
Yeah, but it seems like the EU has a lot more power than the Americans at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. It's all politics, mate. It's
It's all very
it's a
strange.
mess. It's a mess. I don't know what's happening with Ubisoft though. It's like Warner Brothers as well, isn't it? Next thing
Yeah.
will be Ubisoft will just lay off people. That's all that happened.
Yeah, or spin out into something else.
Yeah, I wonder if they could do that. But it's the same. It's the same idiots running the place. So maybe people will just run off and do their own thing.
Yeah. I think the only way to kind of get Ubisoft to pay attention and maybe get back to what they were doing properly is to have an Annapurna type moment. All the devs kind of just go, actually, we're done. We're just walking out.
Yeah, or maybe he's right. Maybe they need to buy and go back private again. Stop going to shareholders. Actually, make the family buy it back again. Kick Tencent out. Who does Tencent are not interested? They just want money.
Oh, yeah. They just want money. So, yeah, do it. Make it private. It worked for Dell. Yeah. Was that too much of a deep cut, Lee?
I didn't know what to say. I was like, did it though? Is what I actually wanted to say, but I thought silence was better. Okay, cool. Let's go annoy and talk about PlayStation for 5 seconds because it made me chuckle.
Who are we annoying now?
No. As Sony announces a $700 PS5 Pro, the internet unleashes the memes, and Xbox is catching the strays. I just thought this was it's $700 for a PlayStation with no
That
disc
has
drive.
no games.
There's no games, and you need to buy a stand for it.
$30 stand. And an $80 disc drive.
And an $80 disc drive, yeah. I don't know how much it's going to be in New Zealand.
It's going to be like $1,400 easily.
Yeah, well, that's the direct conversion, yeah. Someone here put the sellotape on their PlayStation 5 to make it the same, though. Save themselves $700. I thought that was nice. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got much to say. I just needed to say that it was happened, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Because at that sort of money, you can actually build a PC.
Yeah, a pretty decent PC.
A decent PC, yeah. And I was actually, who in the chat was saying, they're going to buy one. I was like, buy a Steam Deck. You're better off buying a Steam Deck, actually.
Steam Decks are fantastic things.
Yeah, just buy one of those, and you can plug it into your big TV. And it's not a PlayStation. So do that. Get the Steam Deck OLED. It's the same money.
Yeah. It's a fantastic machine as well.
And as I say, Xbox gamers buying an Xbox Series X with sparkles, saying PS Pro isn't worth it. Sit down, please. Sounds funny. Did make me chuckle. For $100 for an extra terabyte on a sparkly Xbox, yay!
I'm so tempted about the sparkly Xbox
Oh,
though.
just, bro, you're part of the problem. But then you buy iPhones, so you don't really count.
Yeah, see, I don't really count.
No,
So
you
give
have
me
no.
my sparkle Xbox and let me be happy.
My sparkly Xbox and my blue phone. I'm happy.
Ah, yes. I love my blue phone. But it's so funny. Like, it's crazy.
It's the
Like,
justifying it as well, because they keep trying to justify it, saying, yeah, but when PlayStation 3 came out, it was X amount of money. And if you convert that to nowadays, then it's X amount of but yeah, but that was...
You know that gaming site Hard Drive? It's like a satire. It's like the Onion version, but for games.
Oh, I did not know about that. No, that's awesome.
Hard Drive is a fantastic Twitter account to follow because they just do stand-ups of like the gaming media and gaming industry in general. They were causing trouble with Jeff Keighley today on Twitter to the point where they're like, it was so funny. Like they were like subtweeting each other and trading barbs, and basically it started off with Jeff Keighley saying something about like, 10 years or 15 years ago, Microsoft bought Mojang for $2.5 billion. And they start off by saying, what's that adjusted for inflation, Jeff? Because when they announced the PS5 Pro, Jeff immediately jumped on it to say, actually adjusted for inflation, $700 isn't that much. In the 9 minutes that this technical direct was on for, because it was only 9 minutes long because they had no games to show for this.
No, that's right. No, they showed a PlayStation 4 game, don't forget.
That's so stupid. In the 9 minutes, he sent out, I think, 24 tweets all about the PS5 Pro. And people are going, wow, you've completely let the mask slip.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So funny. So everyone knew he was a pony to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think he's just decided to not even hide it anymore. So, device of the year at the Game Awards, it's going to be the PlayStation 5 Pro.
I'm so excited. No, it'll be the stand for the Pro. Come on. That'll be the peripheral of the year.
Innovation of the year goes to the stand for the PS5 Pro.
I love it. I just...
Add-on accessory for the year, the disk drive for the PS5 Pro. But yes, go to hard drive, harddrive.net, I believe it is.
Hard-drive.net. I found it, mate. It's on
That's
screen.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's PS5 Pro to be bundled with the thing attachment for fanboys to
Yeah.
ride.
I did see that. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Like, they've shot themselves in the foot. $700 for something they could not justify. Like, they didn't show any new games running on it. They didn't show any improvement.
It did.
And-
They did a side-by-side. Do you not see that side-by-side? It was amazing.
They slowed it down, 25% or something, or 25 times in order to see the frame rate differences? Please. And
Please.
the guy who narrates it, he's supposed to be the giant technical lead, the brains behind the PlayStation. He's so creepy. Like, he kind of whispers into the mic and talks softly about the new hardware ray tracing that we're doing. Oh my word.
Here you go. Here's the 25 tweets from Jeff Keighley.
You're not showing anything on the screen yet.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, sorry. I'll just do that.
You're like, here's the 25 tweets, and it shows.
I was actually concerned about the articles I was reading on hard drive.
Yeah, no, it's very not PG.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow.
Look at it. Insane, eh?
Jeff Keighley was way
Just
home from
goes
PlayStation HQ.
on and on and on.
Marvel confirms Chris Pratt will appear in your home. Because he is everywhere, so that makes complete sense.
Oh man.
Ah.
Yeah, hard drive mag. They were ripping him apart. It was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
It's about time he got called out though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Microsoft's not going to call him out.
Nah, Microsoft calls nobody out. I'll continue on the PlayStation 5. So this is kind of interesting. It's obviously, so take this with a little bit of a prediction. It's Bloomberg Intelligence predicting stuff. So who
Yes.
knows if it's actually true. But so Sony bring out PlayStation 5 Pro. Xbox have been building a cloud gaming dominance that could lead to a $40 billion industry in the next 10 years. Kind of interesting. So what they're talking about here is actually, there's pictures, which is nice. I like pictures. There you go. Like
We do
pictures. Because we're a bit slow, so we like pictures. They're talking about here how in like the next 10 years, how places like India is one of the things they pick on, is going to increase in their gaming, cloud gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And also, which I think we talked about before, they're actually splitting cloud gaming off the cloud, or Xbox Cloud Connect thingy, whatever they want to call it now, as a separate connection, as a separate subscription.
Oh yes.
So then places like India can pay their $5 a month and get all the games on Game Pass to their phones or to their devices or to their TV or to whatever. It's interesting. I think this is exactly what Microsoft is doing, though.
Just quietly going about the cloud gaming.
Yeah, for sure. Because they want to bring out their own console. They talked about handheld, which I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know what's happening with that, but they might have decided that actually hardware is not worth it, so they're just going to let Steam and people build hardware.
I don't know. I think they still have a little bit of hardware in them. If it's a handheld that does local processing, but then can also tap into the cloud for more improvements, for better gameplay, I think that's a fantastic idea.
I do as well, but I don't think they're doing it because I think they would just talked about it, and because they were talking about it, and I feel like it's been pulled. Because old Phil was very, very loud. When Phil was talking to everybody, he was very loud about the console coming out of a little mini one.
Yep.
Remember, we had one that was going to set to the TV. We're going to have the handheld. All these little ones that are going to come out, and now it's all gone very, very quiet.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's gone quiet because they're going to make Jeff Keighley cry at the Game Awards by having him announce it.
And then play on it.
And he'll be forced to admit that actually the $700 PS5 Pro is actually not that great of a deal.
Microsoft is also expanding its data center footprint to accommodate its users, currently constructing a solar farm in Hyderabad in India.
Oh, that's pretty good going.
Isn't it? Yeah. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They could put one in New Zealand, though. It'd be like one down here, too, please.
That's coming. I'm sure they're building it
They've
in
been
Auckland.
talking about doing it. I haven't heard anything, though. So, yeah, there's a little pretty picture that shows it going to 40 billion.
Nice.
Subscriptions increasing, advertising is massive.
Oh, advertising is always massive. I don't know why.
Yes. Specifies AI technologies are supporting cloud gaming aspirations too. So yeah, of course AI, but filling in the gaps. Potentially artificially generating frames on the local device to offset latency issues. Which makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting tech behind it. I mean, one day we'll be going to work and having the AR play our games for us.
Yes.
Because that's the kind of dystopia we're going to be living in, I'm sure. Not the one where we get to sit down at home and play games and the AR goes to work for us.
But no. That's what's always funny, isn't it? Someone talk about AI. They're like, well, why can't we do AI which does all the boring stuff? Why does it have to do all the cool things?
Yeah, like, why are we getting AR to draw cool pictures and make cool songs?
I want them to just do my dishes, cook me food, do my gardens, that sort of stuff. Like, just do boring things.
Yeah, come and do my taxes, please.
Do my taxes.
That's nice and easy. Here's all my stuff.
Ridiculous. Why can't I do taxes? It makes no sense.
Do my taxes and make sure I get a rebate or whatever back.
Yeah, just find all the loopholes, please.
Yeah, find all the loopholes and go.
What it does also say here is Bloomberg cite the fact that Apple has opened up its app store to cloud gaming, as I did the what do you call them, the what are they called, those things?
Air quotes.
Air quotes, that's the word. Yeah. In January in 2024, but reality is far from that case. So this is things that obviously is pain points. And Xbox complained last week to the regulators that Apple's opening up of its store. I'll stop doing that now, sorry. It doesn't really work on audio. Amounts to essentially a lie, and where its fees and rules with its in-app purchases make business unviable. And Google Play has marginally better, but regulations policies of both Google Android and Apple iOS have led Microsoft to double down on developing its own cloud gaming service web version instead. Yeah, I think that Fortnite one's done quite well.
Yeah, pretty good going.
People are playing it, so that's a bonus. But the handhelds make way more sense, don't they?
Yeah, I'm still thinking, I'm holding out hope, Lee, that there is a handheld.
Yeah, I'm not, because it's Microsoft and they're not doing anything useful at the moment.
Yeah.
So annoy us. And then we did confirm that Microsoft will introduce a separate Xbox cloud gaming tier in the future, potentially bring down costs instead of splitting off the more expensive Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah. And I've got an article about the standard one as well, the excitement. Everyone's very happy about that stuff as well. They're not.
Interesting.
Top secret, they're not. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. This is a massive article. I didn't actually realise how much the article was here. There's a lot of article here. Windows Central done a good job of kind of breaking it all down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I think they're just going to go this way, though. I think they're just going to go get rid of the hardware and put all the get the other guys to make devices for them.
What type of Xbox will you buy? A Dell Xbox? An HP Xbox?
Exactly.
Alienware Xbox? You know, all the lights?
And a Zeus Xbox?
Oh, man. All the lights? Oh, shocking.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Let's just wait and see, I guess. Destiny 2. I thought I'd bring up Destiny 2.
We used to love Destiny around here.
10-year anniversary is coming up for Destiny 2. Destiny 2. Well, actually, Destiny, not Destiny 2, but Destiny, because obviously the first one's first.
When did Destiny 2 come out?
Was it 3 years after the first one? 4 years after the first one.
Did it come out?
So yeah, they won't open in 2024 for Destiny. And it's not telling me. I have to do some Googling.
2017.
Yeah, 3 years. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so 10th anniversary. It's quite a sad article, this, actually. Because remember when it first started, there was a cave, and people stood outside the cave. And things, if you stood in the right spot, what happened was things would spawn, you kill them. And then things would keep spawning. You could literally just sit there for ages and things spawned. And what was good about it was all the drops you'd get.
Mm-hmm.
The engrams. Remember engrams?
Ah, yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are great.
That's what you did it for, yeah. And he says, I'm standing on Skywatch area of the Cosmodrome, Ode Rush, and Destiny 2. A few other random players waiting for enemies to spawn. A Hive Tomb ship appears in the sky right above my head and drops off exactly 2 enemies. I blast away with my machine gun. The other players sprint over, swooping in like hawks, but manage to snag the 2 kills before they can. So they jump back on the rooftop, and boulders wait for the next batch of baddies to try again. A lot of long, boring seconds pass before any more enemies spawn. And we repeat the scramble. I'm like, that sounds like Destiny.
Yep.
Shooting fish in a barrel. So there's unlocking a legendary. They're doing it for unlocking a legendary title. Social marker in the in-game achievement appears beneath your name. Another player getting a kill means I don't. So we're all competing against each other to kill the least amount of time. Spend the least amount of time here. This is a title they've added for the 10th year anniversary. All right, that's amazing. That's what they've done. And a nodding joke to the early days of that game where a bunch of enemies in Skywatch loot engrams. Yeah, that was the whole kind of the cave thing, basically. And that was it. You go grind, you increase your level, then you go and play the Vault of Glass raid. Was awful, he says. This is kind of, so this is on GameSpot.com.
Yeah.
Just makes me sad.
You know, Destiny 1 was really good. We spent hours in that.
Played the beta of the game and brought it because of the beta. I was like, this game's awesome.
It's so good. Like, the gunplay was great. The story was nonsensical. And just...
And that story didn't matter.
Yeah. But then Destiny 2 came out and left us wondering why. Why Destiny 2? Because it repeated the exact same mistakes of Destiny 1. Remember, Destiny 1 was okay until we got the Iron Wolves expansion.
Yes. Actually, I think Destiny was fine. Even when they brought expansion, there were like more stuff to do. And it wasn't like we weren't doing the raids because there was only 2 of us doing it. But the stuff they brought out was actually okay for us to do. Like the new, what they call
and the Taken King, that was a fantastic expansion.
Yeah, all the strikes and stuff they did. The story was all really good. It had a really good pace to it. It was fun.
Yeah, fun to go through, spend a good night.
Yeah, we were the Destiny podcast to start with.
Yeah, and then Destiny 2 came out and repeated all the same mistakes and took a couple expansions to kind of hit its stride. And
they did, though. I feel like it got worse. I feel like it came out, was okay for maybe a year or so, and then they decided to bring out that stupid Armory, the Armory update.
Armory. I think that was their 3rd expansion, though.
Was that the 3rd one? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we just lost interest immediately.
It's incredible. And it's just, there's been no drive to even reinstall Destiny to go back.
No, actually, a little bit after reading this, I was like, maybe I should jump back in again. But then I heard that a lot of it's been closed down. You can't get a lot to it unless you pay. So,
yeah. No word.
Yeah. So, yeah, on the 10th anniversary, there's going to be 5 secret chests you have to uncover in the pale heart of the travel location, all of them barely hidden. Give you a set of armor inspired by the looks of the original game's concept art, which is kind of cool. And then the title where you shoot people while stood on top of a building. And that's it.
Yeah.
As far as I can work out, that's it. You can go and buy a limited edition Destiny Nerf gun, which is kind of cool, he says.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it up so we can get Ace of Spades. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know that gun. That's the gun that What's Face had, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cade.
Cade, yeah. That's a cool looking gun, actually.
Yeah, the Ace of Spades is a great gun.
Yeah, so you can buy that. So what you do is, I guess you have to our in-game event celebrating the studio, lots of and you get the opportunity to pre-order the limited edition Destiny 2 Nerf gun, which is pretty cool. Although they've been accused of stealing the design for a physical version of the in-game weapon. Of course you did. And there was a Nerf. There was a Gallahorn, whatever that rocket launcher was called. That's a Nerf gun, Gallahorn you can get as well, which is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic rocket launcher.
Yeah, the rocket launcher. But there's a Nerf version of it. I didn't realize there's a Nerf version of it. Yeah, it's just dying. They're going to kill it. 10 years, it's done, isn't it? I think that was the plan. It's a 10 years game.
Yeah, they did say that they had a roadmap for 10 years. I don't think in that roadmap was being bought by PlayStation part of it.
Well, being bought by Activision, complaining a lot, then being sold, then going on their own, complaining a lot, being brought, complaining a lot, and then laying everybody off. They laid off 220 people in July.
Jeez.
2 months after releasing the final shape, which is I guess it's the last bit, is it? I don't know.
So strange. What a sad end to like 10 years of Destiny, you know?
For sure. So what they should do is actually release it as free to play, like every single piece of content, just dump it all and go, here you go, guys, go play.
Yep, for sure.
And everyone would jump in, just going, oh, that's cool. I remember this game back in the day.
Yeah, and people jump in just for old time's sake, you know?
Yeah, I would.
Good.
For sure.
Run around.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So Destiny 2, 10 years old. Dead.
Crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
Man.
This is interesting as well. So it's very weird news actually this week. After 350,000 signatures in the EU consumer rights campaign, Ubisoft has added offline modes to the crew games. Not the dead one though.
I wonder how much work it would have taken to make the dead one come back to life.
I know they're just being such dicks, basically. Excuse my language, but
it's so funny.
yeah,
They're like, oh yeah, the one game you wanted to have an offline mode, we're not doing.
yeah,
it
we're not doing that. Haha, sucks to be you. But you can go and buy the Crew 2 or the Crew Motorfest if you want to have the offline mode in that.
We've added it to the Crew Motorfest, which is the latest game, and it's not on special.
Oh, and the
It's still
Crew 2 as well.
So off you go.
Yep. Then now, the backlash to this decision, of course, has spawned a massive consumer rights campaign that now seeks 1 million signatures in the EU on the wake of that response.
Oh man,
I know. It's just Ubisoft again. They've Ubisoft all over it again.
Lee, we are not the world's smartest people, you know, but it doesn't seem that hard to do the right thing, does it? It doesn't seem that hard.
But they don't
like,
want... No, it's money. They don't want you playing a game they can't make any money out of. They want you playing the game they can make money out of, which is the Crew Motorfest. It's simple. As simple as that.
Just a question
Always
to you
money.
and to the listeners as well.
Yes.
How often have you bought a game on goodwill, on like publisher's goodwill? Like a publisher or a developer has done something really good in a game, and you've gone, I will support this publisher. The next game, you know, I'm going to buy it full price because of what they've done. They're just really good guys. I just want to support them.
I don't think so.
So if Blizzard came out with a new game after all the hours you've put into Diablo 4, you would be like, yes.
I probably would.
You bought the expansion. You bought the special edition,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah. I'm
that's kind
fully...
of developer goodwill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But would I buy Diablo 5? They said next week, oh, so in we're going to bring out this DLC and at the same time bring out Diablo 5. You know. Would I buy Diablo 5?
Years from now, they go, right, we're going to bring out Diablo 5. You'd be like, I'm there like a pair.
Yeah, for sure.
Was really good.
But that's the same. So Diablo 2 is amazing. Diablo 3 I brought, but then get into. I think it's because it was on an Xbox. I'm sure if it was on Xbox, I would have played it more.
It was a bit weird.
There was something weird about. I think 3 got good at the end, but it wasn't initially very good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It needed the expansion for sure.
Yeah. I have them all behind me. I've got all the expansions behind me. Yeah, I don't know. Do I go for who? Oh, so pick some developers that you actually trust, though.
Coffee Stain Studios.
Okay.
110%.
110%. Okay.
Goatsum, Satisfactory. Every game they've
But
touched
Ghost seems
already-
annoying. Ghost seems funny for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it knows exactly what it is and it leans into it. It doesn't ever stop leaning into it. Do you know? But Coffee Stain, for example, and if you do develop a goodwill,
Here's a good one. Forza Motorsport, so Forza Horizon 5. If you didn't get that on Game Pass, would you have purchased it?
No.
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 Did you not play 4 and go, it's amazing, 5 must be better? You would have been disappointed, obviously, but would you have bought it anyway?
I played 4 to death, and then when 5 came out, there was nothing different in it enough. Nothing.
I've heard, actually, that's now different. They've actually got a lot of good updates on it. It's actually got lots to do, and they're quite different, the updates, so it's actually improved. After 4 years, they've finally made it a good game.
Finally made it good. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, Playground games, I think I'd trust because of Forza Horizon 4 and 3. 3 was fantastic. 4, was really good. 5 just didn't gel. There wasn't anything exciting
Oh, no, for
about
sure. I completed all the stuff in 5 I wanted to. Like, I did all the races and stuff, but I was like, yeah.
But
And then
what
bring
I'm
it-
saying, my point is, if they had done this to the first crew game and they came out with an offline mode, that would have earned them so much developer goodwill that people would have gone out and gone, actually, I don't mind dropping money on the Crew Motorfest, for example. Because if you've done this, you've proven that at some point you might still support the Crew Motorfest when you take the servers offline.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It doesn't seem that hard to just have good business sense.
It is
Or
good
just-
business sense, though, to stop people buying old games and make them buy the new games.
Yeah, but if they're buying your old games, they're still buying your old games.
We just talked about Destiny. So Destiny was exactly the same, wasn't it? They went, oh, we need to sell another game 'cause it's been 3 years. We need to make some money. What we'll do is we'll sell Destiny 2, which is actually just DLC for Destiny, as a new
No,
game.
they did even worse, though, because they're like, we're going to put the expansion and we're going to sell Destiny 2 with the expansion and charge full price for the expansion.
Yes.
Another $80 for you to get the expansion because it's going to come with the full game.
Yeah.
And you go, is there no option to just buy the expansion? No. No. And then we're going to do the next thing with the same expansion, the next expansion. Developer goodwill goes a long way.
We love you.
And people would open up their wallets a whole lot more if the developers had more goodwill.
If they didn't
Ubisoft have just shot themselves in the
Thanks,
foot.
EA. Ubisofting all over games. We say this for a reason.
Yeah. Ubisoft all over the game.
And thanks, EA, because they often do things you're like, oh, great, EA, thanks. Because they just do
thanks,
stuff that...
EA.
Thanks,
Like
EA.
with Anthem.
I know, yeah. I was all ready. Beta test that to death was amazing. And then they went,
Actually, no. No, we don't feel like Anthem
we'd rather
anymore.
do Apex Legend instead. This was weird. I opened up the Xbox app this week on my PC for some reason. Don't know why I was going into it. Just logged it. Opened up, went, and a prompt in front of me is saying, do you wish to add these people as friends because you only follow them currently? I was like, what? That's weird. And then I see this article that says, a decade after ditching Xbox friend requests, Microsoft brings them back. Insider testing starts this week. I don't know if I'm an insider, but my app prompted me for friends and followers.
My app did it as well, and I didn't realize it was a new thing.
It's a new thing. They took it away a decade ago, it seems.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah, I got a couple notifications to say so-and-so added you as a friend.
Yes.
I'm like, that's
Like,
nice.
only following these people. Why don't you add them as friends? I was like, oh, sure. And they went through. There's people like Neomaster in there. I was like, well, that's really weird. How's that become?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, if a party reciprocates, a follower becomes a friend. So you can both chat and message in game.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice? Is that what you do? Okay.
Oh, that's so friendly.
It's funny. And soon though, excitingly, Xbox will introduce a more traditional two-way invite approved friend request system.
Oh,
The Microsoft will give you
are they
more.
getting ahead of themselves?
This whole article was so bizarre. It's so Microsoft for them to go, oh look, we're going to let you have friends.
Do you know what's been missing from your life? Friends.
Friends. Xbox, friends requests can be sent, accepted, or deleted. Wow, from the Xbox People's Guide tab. Xbox Guides People tab. Yeah, and over existing friends and followers will automatically updated when the system goes live. Their status remains unchanged. I was so confused by this because it prompted me. Then I was like, they're doing stuff in the background. I'm glad it happened to you as well because I thought it was just some special thing that it was just a coincidence, but obviously it's a thing they've been doing.
Yeah, no, it popped up on mine. I was just like, oh, this must be, it must happen every so often where it's like,
That's
these
exactly. Yeah. I thought, maybe there'd been like a refresh or something happened or something, and there's a bunch of people who haven't been, like properly accepted. I thought maybe that happened.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm so confused. I'm going to do the story that Carl stamped over earlier. A former ID software exec, Space Marine 2, is selling faster than any of their games, including Doom and Quake.
Nice. This is fantastic news.
Isn't it great? So they sold 2 million players in less than a week after launch.
Jeez.
Which is pretty good. And that's funny that it's more than Doom and Quake. I thought Doom and Quake would do quite well. Or Doom especially.
Yeah, sure.
That includes Wolfenstein and the Rage games. Well, Rage games are not that massive, but Wolfenstein you would have thought would sell quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's very cool. And it's not like it's gone in quick and everyone's gone, it's a bit pants. It's staying around, like people are still playing it. It does see, while actual sales data of various games were a bit hazy, Doom was able to sell at least 2 million copies in 2017, and Doom Eternal is estimated to sell 3 million at launch. Which is kind of interesting.
Man, people just want a game where you just destroy enemies.
Xbox 360 shooter is the best possible way, it says here. Best way possible.
Yeah.
Terrific first person, compelling story, lots of weapons. Because they have like, you can do the campaign. You can do the campaign, a different campaign as 2-player. And then they have the operations things, there's PvE things you can do, like strikes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's PvP as well.
Nice.
Awesome. And you get cool armor.
Oh. Also, he had a very interesting quote that I'm just trying to pull up about this game as well. Let's see. Talk amongst yourselves.
Just talk amongst us. Tom Holland's Head is the name of the guy. You too can Google and find what he said. He says, I believe it's the fastest. He left in 2019. So he would have worked on 2022 in Returnal.
There we go. So the quote he has is, when we signed the deal to make Space Marine 2, all I wanted was a throwback game. We had the chance to work on something which by its nature was old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games that we play these days. They are just too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and that game could be distilled down to the simplest of shooting loops. It was entirely addicting. That is what we wanted to recapture. Like, that's fantastic.
That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to be doing.
And he says, I hope that games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun and immersion. I spent some time as chief operating officer at Embracer, and I saw games there that made me want to cry with their overblowing attempts at messaging or imposing morals on gamer. We used to do some glory kills and get the heart rate up a little. For me, that is what games should be about. And I think that's why it's done so well, is because there's no overblown attempts at messaging or imposing morals of gamers or being like, are we the bad guys? There's grayness happening over here, or inserting someone's politics in, or any of that nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just have big Space Marine dude will kill monsters. Move from point A to point B and shoot.
That's exactly it. On rails. Yep, love it.
That's exactly what, and it looks fantastic doing it.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to look awesome as well, like a really good looking game.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Everything that everyone's shared in our Discord, from 186 on PC to Scarred on Xbox, just looks absolutely incredible.
I'm just watching it now. It's a mad game.
That looks so cool. Imagine if Xbox had nailed this down as like a timed exclusive or something. Or just day one Game Pass. I mean, if this was day one Game Pass, it would have pulled me away from Diablo for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
This would have been the game I played all week.
Yep. All of us would play together. That's the thing. Like, there's actually a bunch of people playing it.
We probably wouldn't even be podcasting tonight because
No.
we'd be playing.
Or we're playing and podcasting at the same time. Yep.
Yeah, we'll just record the podcast on Xbox Live.
That's right.
Talk about news and then, Lee, duck to your left, watch out.
Yeah, it's cool. Just blow stuff up. Now I want to buy it now again. I want to buy this game.
I haven't stopped wanting to buy it. Space Marine 2 and Black Myth Wukong are like on my list for this year, along with Metaphor Refantasio.
I think you'll be sad about Wukong. It's got 6 months on it. So it'll be out in, what, February next year?
Yeah, February. That's fine. That's fine.
Same time as, what other game got pushed back?
As Avowed.
Avowed, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That'd be a good month, though. Avowed and Wukong.
Yeah.
Yes, that's cool. Right, it's on loop. That's funny. It just plays loop. So, yeah, excited.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Continue on. I've still got a few stories. A couple more stories. Oh, yeah. Okay. Worms Armageddon Anniversary is getting a physical edition. That is all. That's all I got.
Nice.
I just love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, the collector's edition looks nice
Collector's
as well.
edition. It does look really cool. Yeah, yeah. So get free pins. Obviously get the game. Get some sticker sheet and auto coolant. I don't even know what that is. Sticker sheet auto coolant. Double-sided, just showing off, anniversary coin.
Ooh.
I know what it is. It's because it's in French as well. Collector's box. Double-sided poster. Double-sided poster. That's funny. And instruction manual as well.
Oh, what does the instruction manual tell you?
Weapons and utility guide.
Brilliant.
I know, right? It's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so this game, 1999. The first time this game came out. 25th anniversary collector's edition packed with physical goodies. Digital version of the game will come on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. December 3rd is when it's actually going to come out as collector's edition. Yeah, just go and buy it. Just do it. How much is it? Let's go on a trek. Let's find out how much it is. Visit. Oh, that's Sega Dreamcast link. What? What? Okay, cool. There's no link for Xbox though. Oh, soon. It will appear soon in the Xbox pre-orders. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing to say. It's Worms. Just get it.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
Skip. This is interesting. Okay, so let's. I forgot this story was. This is Xbox Game Standard Edition that came out this week, I think. It's the mid tier, so it replaces console Game Pass. It doesn't have day one. Does have multiplayer. Does all that sort of stuff. It's $15 a month, I think it is. So, it's so I didn't know what games it didn't have. It says here it doesn't have. I've got a list of all the games it doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of interesting because when you say day one, you assume that after 6 months, these games are going to go to the standard. No, not like that at all. So obviously, it doesn't have Age of Mythology because that's new. It doesn't have COD Modern Warfare 3. Doesn't have Diablo 4, Dungeon. It doesn't have Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which has kind of been out for a little bit now. It doesn't have Forza Motorsport.
Interesting. You'd think that want people in Forza Motorsport because of all the microtransactions.
Exactly. It doesn't have Little City, Big Kitty. No, Little Kitty, Big City. Wrong way around.
It doesn't have Kitsugami, Path of the Goddess either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Payday 3, which is not very good. Seal of Solitude, which feels like an old game, doesn't have. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of games. It's worth looking at this. So WindowsCentral.com. It's got this list. It's kind of really interesting because you'd have thought that would be like a delay on these games.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
And still, you'd want at least Starfield in there.
Yes.
The fact that it's missing Starfield, because people will start playing Starfield. You've got the expansion coming out. Oh, I've got Starfield on Game Pass Core or Standard or whatever they're calling it. I'm going to buy the expansion. Oh, suddenly you've got an extra $50 that you'd never had before.
Yeah, well, so if you let your core elapse now, you're going to have to go Ultimate to get these games. That's what's going to happen. And that's a huge difference. Or you get it on PC, because PC still lets you have access to them all.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Botany Manor.
Again, point about it's not that hard to run a good business, you know? This is very much, it feels like decisions made by committee.
It feels like people making decisions who've got to make money. That's what it is. It's just money, people.
Oh, it's so shocking.
Yeah. So sorry to depress everybody. I'm sorry. Final story. This is actually a Carl story.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is exciting. It's a video. We can all sit back and watch a video.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is Frostpunk 2, 11 facts. Number 1, the city expands. Do we have to have audio for this? Does it talk to us?
Yeah, it does talk to us. The audio is great, so if you can play the audio.
So this Frostpunk 2 is obviously the first one, where you're basically fighting the cold. That's what you're fighting, isn't it? You're fighting the elements.
Yes, and put it up on the screen for all the.
Oh, I missed a button. There you go. There's a button there.
How back then we were only required
The needs
to keep
grow
the
is number
generator
2.
running.
Oh, so there's more to do.
Every factory
So
uses
much
twice
more.
as many resources. They need coal.
So they've made it harder.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes, a life is a bit warmer back then, but bloody more complicated if you ask me.
Wow. Okay. So different factories
That's only
require
one side
different
of the coin.
products. Problems
Still
arise.
sick,
Oh, there's
hungry
sick
and
people.
cold.
Oh yeah.
Yet
Why don't you just
some
move?
things come back to
Go
us
somewhere that's hot.
from the past. A man cannot even walk outside without the fear of being mugged, or even worse,
Oh, cool. So you get like,
killed in cold blood.
there's murderers running around.
Yep.
People, dear sir, they are
Paths
the problem.
diverge.
Now everyone belongs to a faction of some sort.
Oh, there's
I
a
understand the
the
technocrats want
politics.
machines to make our lives
There's so
easier.
much.
But what Icebloods say about evolution is true madness.
Ice blood.
I guess that's
Like
why
Mudbloods.
Stuart built the
Mudbloods.
council hall. Long time ago, Captain just
It
said
looks
what to
incredible,
do,
this game,
and
doesn't it?
when we did it.
It's
No
looks incredible.
questions
That's so
asked.
good.
Okay, so there's a bunch of
Every
politics, a bunch of
law has to be
arguing.
discussed, negotiated. But in the end, someone's always unhappy.
Nice. Okay. This game sounds like a nightmare.
Oh
Did you
yes, in the
hear
best way
some
possible.
Delegates come to council hall
So
from
there's
outside
there's
the
Twitter
city.
integration or something.
Why not? We're all
Twitch
Twitch,
integration.
that's
But that
What difference does that
is
make?
risky if you ask me.
So when you vote on laws, Twitch chat can vote as
That's
well.
not the
Oh,
only
God.
place where Scored
No,
and
I don't want
Defiance
that.
have sneaked in. It took over the research institute as well, making work on each project a matter of
Is this coming to
support and
Xbox as well?
rejection.
Yep,
Dread to think
it's
where
coming
this
to
city is
consoles
headed.
after release on PC.
So it's not going to come to consoles, is it? Then? It'll be 6 months
Pretty
later.
obvious.
Because the
Need-
Series X will stop it, or Series S will slow it down.
Last time I checked, Legionnaires was sniffing their butts with the overseers.
But if you buy it on
Is upon us, I
if
tell
you have
ya.
Xbox
If
Game
Stuart
Pass
won't do anything
PC,
about it, they'll take over all districts and take out any rivals.
you get it day one.
If any future awaits us at all,
Explore the
lie
Frostland.
beyond the city
Wow.
walls.
Oh, so you can
Vast
build little
Frostland.
pods everywhere, I guess, with resources and stuff
How
like
many
that.
places that are rich in resources
It's just like a
are there?
cold Settlers game, is it? Right?
One can only wonder.
A more
We
brutal
need
one,
the
yes.
Scout to guide us outside and reclaim what's rightfully ours.
Do you ever win this game? Like, do you ever get to a point where everyone's not dying?
We
Do you
have
think?
to expand.
Oh, I think you do, but
can
after
already
hours
see
and
it.
hours of your
Okay,
life.
this is insane how much you can be building.
Vast colonies
Yes.
sprawling from the snow.
I like this game, but then they get too big, and you just lose it because you can't keep up with all the stuff. Like, it just gets ridiculous. Unless you can automate it.
It looks very cool though, you have to admit.
Oh, no, it's incredible. Yeah, for sure.
Literally cool, but don't tush because you're
Oh,
in
but don't
space.
tush.
I doubt that, man.
Meanwhile, the tension in our beloved city rises.
It's a story mode. Interesting.
The still
So there's like
seems to
missions.
lead us astray.
Yeah.
Leaders should be made of sterner stuff, I tell you.
This game looks incredible, though, doesn't it?
Especially now when we're all faced with never-ending whiteouts, riots in the street, crime, industrial fumes, people are Wait,
I don't know if this is a good idea, this game.
wait.
But you played the first one and kind of struggled with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I struggled so badly, but man, I loved it. every second of the horrible, brutal playthrough was fantastic.
Oh, mod support as well. Oh, dinosaurs. Yeah, that's right.
Got to add dinosaurs in the snow.
Dragons. Lucky they don't feel the cold.
Yeah, not at all.
City is like a human body.
Why is everyone English as well?
Because it's set in the UK.
Oh, it's set in the UK. Oh.
Yeah, so the whole story of Frostpunk is that the world is going through global cooling with all the snow, and so the people are leaving London to go north to
Go
look
north
for.
because everyone's got a northern accent. Yeah.
Yeah, so they all go north to try and get to look for more places to settle, I think.
Wow. I don't know. That game scares me slightly.
Yeah, it should, but in the best way possible.
Yes. Oh, that's it. That is the news.
What a varied bunch of news this week, wasn't
I know,
it?
right? Yeah, it was kind of interesting. There's some good stories in there this week.
Cool.
Everyone's still with us? I love this
Who's
game.
with us?
Bean says I love this game. Hey, Cobra Todd, it's been a while. Ooh, what is this? Says Beans.
Right. Are you ready for some new games, Mr. Lee?
I am so excited.
Cool. I went through and I managed to cull all the bad games this week, since you complained last week about bad games.
Well, I did it for the listeners.
No, the listeners love all the bad
I'm channeling the listeners. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing it for my benefit. I'm doing it for everyone else's benefit.
games. Yes, clearly.
I'll cheerlead you if you do it well. Also,
Oh, you're too kind.
I know, right? Often told.
Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Okay, let us begin. These are the new games coming out this week.
But this is not a new
week-
game. This is an old game.
What?
You've started.
No spoilers. No spoilers. We
You've
gotta read
already
up
started on a bad way with your first
Oh,
lie.
all this amazing intro and harp to build, and you just pour the wind out of the sails. Poof, God, just disappeared.
Well, I'm just saying this is an old game. It's not a new game.
No, it's not a new game, but man, I was going to sell it like a new game.
I know.
I was going to get my marketing chops up.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, well, shall we? I'll edit it out if you want. My
You're too
negativity.
kind. Thanks, Lee. But anyway, starting us off this week with the new games, new in inverted commas, we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor Standard Edition. But wait, wasn't that released a while ago?
I
Yes, it
think so.
was. This is now the Xbox One version.
Why?
Everyone on old gen, rejoice. You can now play Jedi Survivor Standard Edition at a terrible frame rate, at a terrible resolution, and in not the way it should
Even
be played
better,
at.
you can buy the cross-gen bundle edition.
Oh, because sometimes I want to play on my Xbox One and be disappointed.
That's right. To remind myself why I brought my Xbox Series X.
Yes. Remind myself why I needed the upgrade. And then
Okay.
the next game, Lee, is going to get us back on track. The next game,
I'm sure you said that last time, you know.
this game takes lots of training to do to get to the very end. This is Train Sim World 5 Standard Edition
Is this a yearly event now?
with the Train Sim World. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it is.
It's coming to Game Pass on day one.
Yeah, last one was a Game Pass too.
Yeah. Now you can play Train Sim World 5. How exciting.
I am excited.
So available day one with Game Pass. The rails are yours in Train Sim World 5. Take on new challenges and new roles as you master the tracks and trains of iconic cities across 3 new routes. Immerse yourself in the ultimate rail hobby and embark on your next journey.
Wow. And you can get the West Coast mainline, London, Houston to Milton Keynes if you want to.
Oh man, how good does this game look? Like, man, doesn't it make you just want to drive a train?
Did you play this at all? I played any of them?
Oh no, I'm too scared of these games because as soon as you start, you know, like it's going to be 1,000 hours.
Weirdest game because you walk to the train to start with. Then you have to start the train up by pressing all the buttons in the right order and move things around. And then you have to take off the right brake. Then you have to put some power on it. It's so hard to drive a train when you don't know what you're doing. And then I kept dying because you had to go at a certain speed around certain places because there was like targets. You go, oh yeah, I got to 50 miles an hour, whatever it is. And then the bend comes up, it's supposed to be 30. You're like, oh crap, you've got to brake. If you don't brake, you fail. And it kicks you out and you start again. You're like, oh, that's annoying. So then you try and do it again. Because you get enough speed, but then brake at the right time, and it's a whole thing. Like, it's quite complicated. It's very hard. It's very hard for my brain to understand.
You would think trains have one lever, forward
You'd think
and
so,
back.
wouldn't you? Like, there's computers out there. Can't you tell the train to slow down? Like, just send a message to it saying, now you're in this area, slow down.
Just calm your farm.
Chill out, bro. Just, yeah. Well, you can, when you get the train started, walk around the train. Which I find was interesting as well.
Like auto training.
Auto training. Yes.
Autopilot for trains?
Yes. No, the train's just running on its own. Like there's no one running it. It's just going. Yeah, we're just going to talk to the passengers. It's trolling down at 30 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour or something.
There's no corners coming up for a while. I'm off to get a cup of tea.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Okay, cool.
Okay, the next game is very weirdly titled, so enjoy. This is World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24. I don't know why it's an outlaw that does dirt racing, but here we are.
I was just trying to work out, is it a sponsor or something?
No, I don't understand what's going on. But the graphics look amazing. So World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24.
Well, they look all right.
They look a lot better for a game called World of Outlaws Dirt Racing than you'd expect.
Yes. Such a weird sport, isn't it? Going around one way.
Yeah, with a car with a big fin on the top.
Yeah.
It's
They
very
do
strange.
that local, don't they? Mariwa.
Yes, they do. At Miani Speedway.
Yeah, it's Miami.
Get to go watch
And
these cars.
I think Cobra Todd actually is involved in it as well.
Okay.
Because he says he's been here before. I was like,
oh, nice. Because Spirited Sojourn's husband, his family's all into the speedway.
never guess where I was after work today.
Oh yeah, at the speedway.
Nope, dropping off a coin to Rebecca.
Oh yes.
When did I go? I had to go Flaxmere. It was a bit scary.
Oh yeah. Did you go on your bike or did you take the car where you can lock the doors?
I tried to park the car in the house so I keep an eye on it, but she wouldn't let me. So it was kind of weird, a bit awkward, but you know.
That's how you take the bike. You can take the bike into the living room.
Just walk into the house. Yeah, she was very excited because I didn't even give her the koi from last year because she's in Flaxmere, which is not near me at all.
Yes.
And I have to drive away from my home at the end of the day, and I don't like doing that because it's not at home, outside. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I should go and do it now because I got the coins last week. So I thought, oh, I can drop them both off. She had no idea there was 2 coins. She didn't have an idea. She actually had a second coin.
Oh, brilliant. So
think
she was quite
pleased.
excited about having 2 coins.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was really excited. And Shannon was there as well, which is funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
Test.
yeah.
So
that
you
was
got
kind
to
of cool.
hang out and have a cup of tea?
No, I just shot her. They awkwardly, Shannon commented on my awesome beard and said it was very well shaped. I was like, thanks. And then I went. Yes. Funny. Yeah, continue. Sorry, little interlude.
Well, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's a dirt racing game featuring 49 tracks, including Eldora Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, and Volusa Speedway Park.
I've moved on. If I'm honest, I've moved on. I watched the video
And you moved on.
and I moved on. I'm not
Okay,
sure
the
what I've
next-
moved on to, but I have moved on.
Oh man, this game, Lee, don't let the graphics fool you here. This game is amazing.
I played this game when I was about, I don't know, 8 years old.
And now this is the sequel.
This is a sequel 40 years later.
That long to make a true sequel to this.
Are you ready for chapter 2? No, seriously, it's the same game, isn't it?
It's fantastic. It's so good.
It's-
So to snap it back to the game, this is Elastomania 2.
Yeah, this is not the game I played. There was no Elasto going on in my game. I think this was on Commodore 64 when I played it.
Oh man, the long-awaited sequel is still a 2D enduro simulator with a nostalgic feel, but it's also about giving you more bang for your buck than ever with more challenges, extra collectibles, and updated physics and new graphics. You wouldn't think it's got new graphics.
New
at all.
graphics. Hilarious.
This game is fantastically. If you
Is it?
haven't played, it's so much fun. So
Is this a mobile game?
No, it's just a very old computer game. I know it looks a bit different. The whole idea behind Elastomania is that you're on a bike with this elastic suspension, and you have to make your way across these very, very strange maps by using your elastic suspension. The first game, man, I remember sitting in front of my Pentium 4 playing this game to absolute death, the first one, because it was just so good.
So are you going to get this game?
Oh, I'm so tempted.
I think you should.
Once it comes on sale and actually has a price.
Yeah,
if
the
it's
currently not for sale available is a bad price.
Yeah, if it's under $10, leave. Man, this game is so much fun.
It's $10 and it's $10 US on Steam.
Okay, so hopefully it's $10 Australian.
Nah, it'd be like $30 Australian, $50 New Zealand. Come on, let's not
That's
be
so
kidding
annoying.
ourselves here. 1997 was the original. Oh look, there's a video here.
Yeah.
There's the evolution of this game.
So good.
Wow,
It's
that's the
take-
97 version. Yeah, see, that's what I remember playing. Because you're always accelerating and then you're flipping yourself over all the time.
Yes. So you have to go very slowly. Oh man, this game brings back memories.
Watch out for the jump.
Just go very slowly because
Watch out for
otherwise.
the jump. He's held it together. To get the apple for the collectible, got the hill somehow. I'll go down. I'll go down the hill.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, what a good game.
I don't know. I wonder how will it hold up.
I have a feeling that once you get into this game, you'll just be like, it'll bring back so many good memories that you'll just go, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need.
There's
There's no
2000 version.
messaging. There's no
No.
nonsense put on here. It is a bike with elastic suspension and you're collecting apples.
Exactly. Like, what else is there in life?
Like,
So
you
this
need this and Space Marine 2, and that's all you need out of it.
That's right. Oh, that's incredible. So that's 2000. Oh, we've got more here. iOS version. Oh, there's an iOS
there's
version in
iOS.
2014.
Oh, nice.
All
Should
this
get that.
time, you could have been playing this game.
Oh, man. No, I need to get this game.
Then we've got a 2017 on PC. Oh, so this is late. It's been ages ago it came out on Steam.
Oh,
And then there's an updated version. Oh, look how good it looks. Sorry, did you notice my sarcasm? And then there's a... Don't understand what the difference is in that one. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Look, there's an updated version in 2020 as well.
nice.
Wow, they're really milking it, aren't they?
I mean, the guy had one good idea. Of course he's going to
He
milk
did,
it.
didn't he? And then we got the 2022 version.
Beautiful.
Wow,
Beautiful.
look how much it's
Yeah.
improved. That's awesome.
I love how it still looks like it's made in paint.
Exactly. The difference is the apples are now 3D, and as are the spinny things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like
so
that.
the apples
It's
are
taken them
spinning.
30 years to learn 3D to make apples.
It's exactly the same level as in the 1997 mission as well.
Oh, brilliant. Which means I should be able to unlock all the achievements in this. in
That's
like an
right. You'll
hour.
be able to complete this game, no problem at all.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, cool. Bizarre, mate. That's all I can say to you. Bizarre. Oh no, not this game.
If you're feeling yourself a little lost, well, then you have something in common because the next game is Hidden Cats in Berlin.
See, this is the anti colorblind person game. This as well.
it's weeding out the weakly.
Right.
It looks stupid. You have to find all the cats in the area and then color them in. And it's
No,
just
I think if
crazy.
you find the cat, it colors in that area. I think that's how it works.
It just colors in the cat from what I've seen. It doesn't color in the area.
Oh, well, they seem to be clicking on a cat and then it fills in the building.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the intro level.
There's a collectible for cats. There's like cards that pop up.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what the game says. What you do is you click on cats.
Yep. It does what it says on the tin. You click on the cats in Berlin, and things happen.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this game, for anyone who's got any colorblind to like any slight degree, is not for them. My word. I'm just looking at this and it's giving me a headache.
Yeah, no, it's not playing that game.
Talking about a game that's giving you a headache. The next game coming out this week is The Last Shot. Have a look at these screenshots, Lee, and see if they don't give you a headache.
I'm watching the video. I go for video now. Microsoft actually spent some money and the videos are working.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know. Because they never used to.
No, they never used to. So this is a platforming adventure game set in a war-ravaged diesel punk world. Militaristic cities fight endlessly with massive weaponry, all striving to be the last one standing. When your comfortable routine is interrupted and you are thrust into the outside world on a dangerous journey, you must uncover a terrible conspiracy and find a way to put an end to the nefarious plan.
Are you just running around? You're not actually fighting, though?
I think you're just running around.
Is it just a puzzler?
It's just like a point and click.
Yeah, right. I kind of like the aesthetic of it. I think it's kind of cool.
It does look very cool, but it's very busy.
Yeah, there's lots happening. Yeah, lots happening.
It's very busy and very grey and brown.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, I don't mind that game. I don't think I'll ever play it because I feel like it will just
annoy the living daylights out of you.
Yeah, I think I'll play it for like an hour and go, okay, I get the idea now, and then unless the story's cool, unless the story's interesting.
Yeah, hopefully the story's cool because it looks very cool. It's got like a very cool art style to it, but it's so busy. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Moving
right.
on.
Maybe it's less than $10.
Oh yeah, excellent news. Next up on our list is A Night on the Farm. Oh. If you've ever wanted,
I just warn you, my dog's now bored and being annoying me. So,
okay.
Just a warning. If the screen turns off, it's because Barney's decided that he's kicking a cable.
Ah, yeah, so he's turning off the screen off on purpose. So, A Night on the Farm. Do you ever want to go back to Alone in the Dark, 1994? No, you can, because this has the exact same graphics.
It does have exactly the same graphics, yeah. I think Alone in the Dark's actually probably better.
Oh, man. So, survive a rural horror following a mysterious car crash. You're stranded out in the country at night and all alone. A nearby farm might offer help or refuge, but there's something very unsettling about the place, and exploration only leads to greater fears. It's an atmospheric, retro-inspired horror adventure with unpredictable plot twists and deep lore to discover, Lee. Deep lore. Just in case you want lore in your horror games.
Question from Beans. She says, "What was that game called? What was the game called? The bike game? I think that's what she's asking about."
Elastomania 2.
Elastomania 2. There you go, Beans. It's on iOS.
Yeah, that's very cool. Get on my iPad.
Yep.
Big...
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we'll just move on quickly to Broken Sword: Shadow of the Templars Reforged.
Oh no. I know these games.
Yes, this is like a Monkey Island type click and point adventure for sure. It looks very quirky and fun and very bright and colorful.
Because Broken Sword, wasn't they kicking around for ages on these Broken Sword games?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be pretty funny, aren't they?
Reforged, so yeah.
So it's been remade.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you think about it?
I'm just watching it now. The cartoon looks like Sam Max sort of style.
It looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic.
The cat game was Hidden Cats in Berlin.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah, the art style is very cartoony.
It's very cool. Disney, actually.
Oh yeah, it does look a lot like The Princess and the Frog, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, very Disney. Okay, interesting. Could be quite cool.
Yep, could be quite fun.
Could be cool. If it's got a good story, it'd be cool.
Yeah, if it's like a couple hours long as well.
10 hours. 10 hours is a good length for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a good length for that type of game.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The remaster of the original game. There's been some censorship put into this game as well. So some bits have been taken out because they have been deemed offensive in 2024 that they weren't.
Well, I'm offended by that.
I'm also offended. So just be aware, if you are getting into this game, you're getting an upgraded experience, but nicer graphics, more modern gameplay style. But if you're looking for some of the original humor, it has been removed from this game.
Humor has been removed. We've added graphics and taken humor. You can have one or the other.
We've given you graphics and we've taken away the soul of the game because we don't want to offend anyone in 2024.
Yeah. So this will die this game horribly then, yeah?
Yeah, lots of people are saying if they had just remastered the game and left everything else the same, it would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm. Be interesting to see what happens with this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because gamers are a funny bunch. You don't want to annoy them.
Oh, yes, for sure. But it does look very pretty, and it's the Dead Rising. Did you ever play the first one?
Oh, maybe.
Set in the mall?
I don't know if I did. I'm not sure.
If you can get your hands on the original, or even this one, probably, it's so much fun. Hordes of zombies.
You make different guns out of stuff, don't you, in this one?
Yeah, just crazy weapons out of everything. And it looks really cool. Like, the graphics look amazing.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I don't like paying what's $50 or like $120 for a remaster. That does kind of.
It does grate you the wrong way, doesn't it?
Me. Yeah, because you just basically put a skin on a game and charge me the same money.
Yep. Adjusted for inflation.
That's right. That's a favourite. That's a word, isn't it? Adjusted for a favourite. What is this game? I see graphics of very low quality in front of me.
Okay, this game is The House of Da Vinci 3. Man, Da Vinci must have been a rich guy if he had 3 different houses.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the grand finale to the House of Da Vinci trilogy.
Bro, this is terrible.
You solve puzzles. It's a cool puzzle game.
It's a mobile game.
No, it's not. It looks better than that.
No, it doesn't.
I think we're going to disagree on this because I think these puzzles look quite cool.
Sure. I think it's all it is screen things, like stuff happens, then it takes you to puzzle, you do puzzle, then it takes you on a little cut scene to the next puzzle.
Oh man, that's like bringing back the 90s, man, in the best way possible. You know those FMV games that Sierra used to make?
Yes. But at the time, it was the 90s. It was like 30 years ago. It was okay.
It was 30 years ago. Well, don't remind me.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not impressed with this game at all.
Okay, from something Lee's not impressed with to a game that Lee will not be impressed with.
Oh,
EA
this is...
Sports FC 25.
$90. Wow. I've actually been playing 24. Did I tell you? I've been playing 24.
I know. Is it good?
Oh, it's FIFA, so... You know, it's
FIFA. Oh, so you know what you're getting on the tin.
Yeah. I've been playing with actually just messing around with the the video does work. Yeah, kind of. I've been playing with the 7-a-side games they have, like, or 3-a-side, 5-a-side games. You have like your little career going and stuff like that. It's kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
I won the UEFA Cup, you know, like you do.
Ah, yeah, as one does.
Yeah, with England, obviously.
Brilliant. Yep, you got to do it.
Yep, so, I did some Ultimate Team stuff as well, which is fun.
Oh, cool.
But it's on Game Pass, so, you know, it's fine.
Yeah. And I mean, Ultimate 25, FC Sports, EA Sports.
What, that really cool name that they've given it? Yep.
Oh, such a horrible name. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members with EA Play can experience a 10-hour trial starting on September 20.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, 10 hours is enough to tell you whether you want to buy it or not. Or just wait until the whole game comes to EA Play in like 6 months.
Exactly, yes. That's what I did.
Okay, well, from the football pitch to being at home, this is Home Safety Hotline. Now, I don't know about you, but when I sit down in front of my Xbox, Lee, I'm looking for a Windows 95 simulator.
This is terrible, bro.
I've left it in here because it is Windows 95 simulator, essentially. So this is hearing noises, seeing things, call Home Safety Hotline. Our operators are standing by, waiting to give you the answers you need to protect your home from all manner of pests and household hazards. It's very much like like a sim. You're in front of a computer and you have to answer questions with different calls, but it looks like you're in front of Windows 95.
Yeah. Wow.
It looks amazing.
Wow.
It's even got that green tinge to it, which is really nice.
For sure. Yeah, and the graphics are the same as well. Wait, it loads up the graphics.
Same as
It's
Windows
terrible.
95.
Well, it loads up the graphics, and like the graphics load up slowly with the things loading in slowly with the pictures.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
As the screen has to draw. Perfect.
Wow. Okay.
And last on our list.
Oh, thank God for that.
We're not going off on putting down the phone. We're going off with a kick and a bang. This is the Karate Kid Street Rumble.
So what's this? Double Dragon? Yeah, Double Dragon.
Yeah, Double Dragon. But it's Karate Kid, Lee.
But it's Karate Kid, yeah.
So sweeping across iconic locations of the first 3 classic Karate Kid movies, there's only 2, from the 1980s, you'll step out of the dojo and into the streets of the West Valley and Onikawa as you battle waves of enemies in this pixel art side-scrolling beat-em-up adventure.
There's even football.
How cool does this game look?
Yeah, it's fun. It'll be good 4-player co-op.
Yeah, just cartoony graphics.
Just mash buttons.
Just mash B for punch. You know? Oh, so good. Brilliant.
Yeah,
and
cool.
you get to relive the entire movie, which is fantastic.
Yeah, what?
Relive the entire movie. The first movie.
I haven't watched that movie for years. Maybe I need to rewatch the first one.
Oh my word, it's so good.
Does it hold up well?
It holds up exceptionally well. And you know what?
Does it really?
You know what's fantastic.
Okay.
No, it does.
Okay.
You watch Karate Kid 1, you watch Karate Kid 2, and then you watch Cobra Kai, the series.
Oh, yeah. I actually started watching that. It's kind of weird, though.
It's so fun. Cobra Kai is so good.
Is it? Because I think I watched the first season.
Business being as good as it is. Season 1 and Season 2, perfect. Like, literally could not ask for a better
Because that's right.
season.
Because at the end of it, they bring in the original guy, don't they? Because originally it's the kid doing it, who's older now.
Yeah.
And then the dad appears, or whatever he is, the master dojo from the first one appears.
Yep.
It's like some
When
angry old guy.
Because it stopped being on Fox or whatever it was on then, and Netflix bought it, and it lost a bit of their magic because Netflix had to stop making as many jokes and, you know, bring it up to the modern audience level. But apparently, after 2 seasons on Netflix, they actually captured the magic again.
Oh, cool.
In season 5, so it feels as good as it did in the first 2 seasons. Because it wasn't afraid to make jokes at itself and of like streaming media and people who just binge stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. It was so good. Like Simone and I got really into Cobra Kai. Such a good series. So cool. That's all the new games I
think
have.
that's it. I think we're done.
I think we are done.
Yep.
Do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, I want to get out of here because Barney's been bugging me for the last 10 minutes.
So
he wants to go for a walk.
He wants to get out and get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's chatting. So on that note, let's head off. So that's our show for this week, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for everyone who's been watching on Twitch and YouTube. And anyone who's going to listen to the audio afterwards, you guys are absolute legends. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter and jump into our Discord for all sorts of fun things. We do have Terratober coming up in October. So make sure you join us for the Monster Mash. Any game that features monsters is available in October to play. Tell us about it. Jump into our Discord and have some fun. Send us some gifts and tell us how wrong we are with our news stories. It's always lots of fun.
Yes.
Apart from that, if you found the podcast by now, you know where to find us. We have a website with all our cool links. If you're new, if you're not new, and you want to just hang out in the Discord, you know where to find us and bug us. Mr. Lee, where can people find you?
You will find me looking into building a Wikipedia for the XboxCast. Yeah, I'm Lee Howard on Twitter, which I'm not twittering as much as I used to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've just lost the tweet?
Yeah, not loving it. And it's full of rubbish now. And also Lee Howard 25 on Twitch and Lee Howard on Xbox. Come play Diablo with me.
There we go. Open invitation to anyone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you can find me at Zarkris on Xbox. If you're looking for the spelling or the links, it's all on our website. We have a very handy link that'll take you directly to our profile pages. where you can request to be our friends.
Yes.
So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for everyone taking part in the chat tonight. We have been the Xbox Cast, and we will see you all on Xbox Live. Goodbye and good night.
XboxCast, the XboxCast, where playing video games is a blast. The XboxCast, the XboxCast. If you tune in, you will have a laugh. The XboxCast, the XboxCast, where humor is first and the truth is last. The XboxCast, the XboxCast, where humor is first and the truth.
Yep.
Fantastic.
It was that. Cool. Good work.
Excellent work. Cool.
Interesting stories this week.
Interesting stories. And yeah, we had 7 people on YouTube watching us at one stage.
There's actually, oh, right. Okay. Yeah, there's like 5 watching us now. Plus
Yeah.
a couple in Xbox Twitch and my obligatory, the Xbox Leehow25 Twitch as well. Which always has one person in there. I don't know who it is, but it's awesome. Whoever
It's
you are,
probably just
I love
you.
you. No, I don't need to watch myself. I can already see myself there and on there. I don't need a third screen of my face.
That's what they all say. Oh, man. Oh, well. Should we head off? Get out of
Yeah,
here?
I think so. It's 10 to 11.
Cool. Good job, everyone.
Yep, good
We'll
work.
catch you all next week.
Yes, high five.
Goodbye and good night.